Hi Virgo, welcome to How I Love Tarot. This is a general reading. Spirit, may I please have the present position for Virgo. Virgo, for those of you that don't know me, I'm a psychic and a medium. I'm looking at 4 different areas of your life. I'm looking at the present position to clarify that this is your reading, the strength, the courage, and what's good in the outcome, as well as other possible outcomes. Spirit, may I please have the strength. Thank you. Looks like we got all of them here. All right, which is which? Thank you. Okie doke. Let's take a look. Spirit, may I please have the clarifying tarot for the Angel Wisdom Oracle cards? What will validate this reading for Virgo? What will validate the reading for Virgo? May I have the strength for Virgo, please? May I have the challenge? May I have the possible outcome? What's good in the outcome for Virgo? What can they look forward to? What will inspire them, motivate them, help them to make the decisions that they need to make, Spirit? What does Virgo need to know in the outcome? Okay. Let's see. Didn't feel like that was the right energy, Virgo. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, Virgo, this seems to be what's going on. So the present position is to validate that this is your reading. If you do not understand what I'm about to go through in the present position, then one or two things are happening. You're either watching the reading too early, put it in a playlist, come back in 2 to 3 weeks, watch it then. If the present position still doesn't make sense to you, then this is not your reading, and you don't need to watch any further. You can either watch a prior reading from the month before, last month's reading, or you can just come back in a few and watch a future reading. What I have for you is in the present position to validate that this is your reading. We have the Page of Swords clarified with the Temperance in reverse, clarified with the 8 of Pentacles in the upright. So what we have here is deliberation about work, money, happiness. There's an imbalance here. There's an excess of your time, worrying, just really being very overexhausted in work is what this shows. It also shows here that you may be overindulging as a result to cope with your stress to do with work or the amount of time and energy you're spending at work. So it feels like things are out of balance, right? And so there's a need for realignment, and you can really feel that extremely strongly. So what we have here is you really thinking a lot about logically about your future, about, I feel Spirit is showing me like the next 10 years. Like if you do not change something now, what is it going to look like in 10 years time, right? Because if you had made a certain change 10 years ago, would you still be sitting in this position today, right now? And so there's no point looking back and saying woulda, coulda, shoulda, right? But it is important to look back to gain insight so you may understand that the actions you take today really will impact you tomorrow, right? And I think that's how you're thinking about things, like, kind of this way of reflecting and understanding that there was a need prior 10 years ago to make the decisions that you had made. And they were the right decisions, Virgo. I don't feel like they were the wrong decisions, but they have and they have been good things as a result of them. But you are at a point where you need a challenge that is much more in alignment with who you are. You have it looks like you're coming up with a lot of different options and ideas, and there is information that might be new information that's coming to you that might be challenging. And again, it's this kind of pushing you against your comfort zone and like not willing to remain where you are any further. It looks like you're spending a lot of time on maybe something to do with contracts or documents or policy or something like that. And you can't be bothered. That's the energy I get. The energy I get is like you're over it. All right. So that's the present position. Working very hard in something that you don't want to be working in. Right. So what we have in the challenge is a lot of, here we have the Nine of Swords, right? We have a lot of worrying, a lot of hidden, you're not really talking about this with too many people, or if anybody. I do feel like you say it in passing, like people know that you don't, let's say, like your job or like the situation that you're in, but there is this, okay, this is where I need to pump the brakes for you, Virgo. There's a lot of negative thinking, and you've got to get a hold of that, because, you know, we are what we think. And if you see the glass as half full, it is half full. If you see it as half empty, it is half empty, right? If you look at it realistically, same thing, right? They say in psychology that one of the worst things that you can do is not be a pessimist or an optimist, but be a realist, right? Because you're seeing things really as they are. So that can be quite difficult as well. So there's a lot of worrying that's going out of proportion, right? So please, please, please pump the brakes on that. It's affecting your ability to relax and refocus your thoughts, right? And you are thinking about, there is a situation that's come into your life, and you are thinking about how to transform your current situation and get rid of the burden that you are carrying, because it is you're in a situation where you have a lot of extra responsibility. It is a lot of hard work, and you are expected to complete it, and you are not happy. Spirit shows me, like, you know, you want, so if this was a promotion, you wanted the money, or the job provides the money, right? It meets one need, the money to pay the bills. But other than that, it doesn't provide you any type of solace, any type of, it's where you're spending your working life. And it feels like a monkey on your back. Here in the Strength, what we have is the Queen of Swords, and we have the Eight of Cups in the reverse. Spirit, bring it forward. What does Virgo need to know, and what will help them? Here we go with this energy again. I'm kind of liking this energy about you, Virgo, because you are taking action with clarity on how to transform the situation that you're in. You know, you are brilliant. You are extremely intelligent. You're very experienced. People like you, right? You have an incredible energy about you. You make people laugh. However, the way that you look at a situation, you know, that realism I was talking about, you can see things realistically. And so people charge you with a lot of responsibility because they know that you can see things quite clearly. And so what we have you doing is releasing situations or people that no longer serve you. You're releasing your perspective about things, and you're not, it looks like you're going to try one more time to make the best out of a bad situation instead of aimlessly drifting and fearing change and fearing loss. It feels like you're coming out of that into a different space. And it does look like you're going to focus on career, but not like the career that you're in, but the career, you know, like when you look into your life, If this is what you're doing today, if you do not change something, and that is a fact, Virgo, that is a fact. Whatever you are doing today, whatever you are putting your energy in, if you do not want something to be different 10 years from now, it's not going to be different unless you put the energy in now, right? So let's say, here I am on YouTube doing YouTube readings, right? Tarot readings. I love doing what I do. Otherwise, I wouldn't sit here for bloody hours doing it for free every single week on YouTube. But let's say I hated this, right? But I continue doing this and I'm not getting any reward from it. And it is an albatross around my neck. If I don't do something different, what's going to be different in 10 years? Am I not going to be sitting here doing the same thing that I hate, right? But I don't hate this. It's just an example. So you're thinking about what you're putting your time and energy into, so you can, in 10 years time, you can be sitting and doing the thing that you want. Freedom is what Spirit tells me. You want your freedom, you want your time back, you want your energy back, you want to feel happy. There is a realization that you've left something behind and you haven't focused. You had to leave it behind because I think, they keep showing me this 10-year time frame with you, Virgo. But 10 years ago, it wasn't the time and the place and the resources or whatever. Other things needed your time and energy. And so what's happening now is you're realizing it's not too late, right? It's not too late. You can make a left turn and do something different. You can, right? Where's the harm in trying, right? So I do feel like in your strength, you're going to take difficult situations and you're now going to refocus on what it is you do want to create, and you are going to manifest that. It is strategic, and I do see as you go into that energy, you get re-energized. You're sitting in your power. As a result, what we have is the outcome. Now, Spirit, you need to tell me, because we'll keep going 10 years back, 10 years forward. Tell me what's going on in the future and give me the timeline for this. We have the king. This is the outcome. We have the king of wands. We have the queen of wands. We have the knight of cups. This is okay. Let me tell you something, Virgo. Often in readings, and I've been doing readings for, not tarot readings, but I've been a psychic and a medium since I was a child. And often in readings, when I do this, it's not for you to listen to what I say and then go do it, right? What a reading is validating what you're already feeling and thinking and doing, and helping you to understand where you're out of alignment and to retrace and put yourself back into alignment. And many times in readings, what I will see people do is, yes, they'll get the validation, but then nothing changes, right? They get the validation that, yes, this is how I'm feeling, this is what I want. But then they go back into the same rhythm that they were in before, because change is difficult. Creating something new where you don't know the outcome is difficult. We are in a series of reactions, right? We're reacting to, well, this bill needs to be paid, so let me go get a job, right? Then you're in a job that you hate, but it gives you, it's called the golden handcuffs. It gives you enough that you remain. Let's say it gives you health insurance, it gives you benefits, it maybe is the pinnacle of the pay that you can get right now, but you've hit a ceiling with it, right? And so what I see people do is they'll get the validation through the reading, but then they will not make the change that is necessary to create the outcome that they want. Before I go into your outcome, for those of you that are struggling with that, this is so yeah, I'm a psychic and a medium, but one of the reasons why my career is not, I guess it is my career, being a psychic and a medium and doing all of this, but my real career is as a psychologist, because I don't think that people need readings. I think people need guidance and direction in their life to help them to manifest the life force that they want to manifest. And in the description box, if you're struggling with this is why I offer life coaching. So I'm a clinical psychologist, and I'll get into more of what the difference between life coaching is and therapy is. If you are interested in life coaching, if you're stuck and you need support and help to get to the next level, to turn this ship around and go in the direction that you want to go in, and you find yourself spinning your wheels, this is where you reach out for life coaching. That is my, a reading is a reading. But people don't change in readings. Where they change, in the reason why I dedicate my life force to helping people in psychology, is because that is where people create change, not in a reading. All right. So let's talk about your outcome. Oh, let me just say this. In the description box, you can email me at howlovetarot@gmail.com. And let me know if you're interested in life coaching, and we can talk about it further, and if you're appropriate. In the outcome, Spirit, bring it forward. Tell me more about the King of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. What is going on here, and what can Virgo expect? Well, inspire them, motivate them, help them to manifest the outcome that we want for them. Band of spirits are just coming through now for you, Virgo. You're so intelligent, and you're very wise in regards to you're excellent at reading a person in regards to how they show up. You can read a person like a book, Virgo. And I don't mean like how I'm doing this intuitively in regards to a reading, but you are a good judge of character. And what we have here is you taking your creativity, your charm, your imagination, the strengths that you possess, your intelligence, and understanding that you've gone through a lot, and you are going to follow your heart, and you're going to go in a direction that better serves your spiritual self and who you are in alignment with. So it's almost like you disconnect from the physical world, and there's almost like a compartmentalization that I see going on. Like, yes, this is my work, this is what I have to do, I get it, I have to pay the bills, and I'm going to leave work at work, I'm going to leave the stress with the stress. But when in my life, when I'm not having to do that, I am now going to really take charge. And this is where the King and the Queen are coming forward here, in releasing what you're passionate about. So there's a lot of motivation coming forward. Now, for some of you, you have a theatrical background, because that's really coming forward here. And there's ambitions in that, right? And also there is, so for others of you, it's public speaking. There's something public going on here. And there is taking charge in regards to a leadership role within your life. Now, you've always been a leader in your life, but it feels like you're always, how do I want to put this? I'm seeing two different things, right? I'm seeing those of you that are parents, and, obviously you have a leadership role as a parent. But then for those of you where this doesn't have to do with parenting, there's this kind of leadership role where you're responsible for others, that you're now turning the spotlight back onto yourself and saying, you know what, I need to now focus on me. And there is keeping your eye on the big picture and communicating your vision, and help and reaching out to others so you can realign to get expert opinion, and have the right people now, like-minded people. They're showing me a rowboat, so going all in the same direction, right? So it's not, you're not just doing it on your own, you're with others, like a team moving forward, right? So you're around like-minded individuals. So this is going to be a change for you, Virgo. Change. This reading is about you changing the course of direction of your life. And what we have is a need for you to have courage. So in the outcome, what I see is if you choose to do this, you are going to have to muster the courage. You are going to have to be confident. You are going to have to be independent. And you are all these things easily and effortlessly for others, but not for yourself. And so you are going to have to, where you believe in others, you're going to have to now believe in yourself. And you're going to have to understand that your zest for life and your determination and your joy for what it is you want to accomplish in the next 10 years is yours to be had. And here with the King and Queen, it shows a lot of force and passion and communication, but it is standing your ground in your own life and trusting that you are going to realign with deep inside with who you are and what you want to be. So I see the outcome here. This is very strange reading because it's kind of like this, it's such a big reading in regards to time space, time span, right? This is a bloody monthly reading, but you're in a very critical point. So I don't know, I'm not an astrologer. I don't know what's going on astrologically for Virgos, but this is impacting Virgos in a big way. You are really thinking about you and your life and what is left to accomplish and putting your happiness first. Virgo, that is your reading. Again, in the description, howlovetarot@gmail.com. Reach out to me if you would like a private reading or a consultation. My consultations are not free, so if you are interested in life coaching, you can reach out to me. I can speak to you via email, and if you want to book a life coaching session, feel free to do that. Virgo, you're in a good place. I know it's tough, but you are actually in a good place. Change can be difficult. It's never easy, but it is necessary. Virgo, that is your reading. I hope it helped, and I will speak to you soon.